Hey Jeff, what's up, man?
Hey, not much. Just landed here a few minutes ago.
Okay, I got stuck in traffic. I had to run home and grab a few things, and there was a horrible accident, so I should be there in about 20 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
yeah, that's good.
This Detroit traffic is insane. It's a daily occurrence. So I'm heading down to Detroit right now for our social event that we put together. This is pretty exciting for me because actually about 6 months ago is when we started to get into the aerospace industry and begin the process of our AS9100D certification and also networking in the aerospace industry to build up a new customer base. And it's exciting because, one, I'm going to be speaking. Two, I never really thought I would have been in this position 6 months ago, but just putting yourself out there, it really helps, and things tend to happen when you do that.
All right, thanks for quieting down for a bit. I know it's a little bit noisy out there. We wanted to get everyone together in a different format. We obviously do, if you guys are familiar with us, we do luncheons all across the state, roughly every other month or so type thing. And they're typically a high investment scenario relative to labor and time. And we thought the social made a lot of sense because the biggest part of everything that we've done in terms of events has been the networking aspect and collaborating and growing relationships in the state. And so we felt that social was important. Obviously, Detroit's an important aspect of it, but we plan to do this type of thing across the state. But this happens to be number one. So thanks for coming to our first social event. And thank you to those folks that came from long distances, because there's folks from Muskegon and Grand Rapids that came and made the trip to come over here and network. So that just shows how important this is. And within a matter of a couple weeks, we've got 50, 55 people in a room, and so that's kind of nice to see too, and a lot of new faces. We have an aerospace cluster here in the state. It doesn't feel like it right now, but imagine if we're all living in the weeds right now and couldn't see each other. In the end, there is a huge amount of aerospace going on, and that was the whole point of the Sleeping Giant. We're waking the sleeping giant. That's what this is about. We need to stay connected and networked to continue to do that. And if you're not a part of the association, we encourage it. But we want you to be a part of it if you do join. I'm not sure everyone's awareness, but the aerospace industry just doesn't include commercial aerospace. It includes military, business jets, general aviation, satellites, all sorts of things that go on in aerospace. And Michigan has a huge opportunity there. In commercial alone, there's $7 trillion in the next 20 years will be spent. And that's just because of the rising middle class and an aging global fleet, but a rising middle class that is, in Asia and India and things of that nature. And so 65% of that's going to be spent in supply chain, and the board of the Aerospace Industry Association is happy if we are working on making parts to fulfill those obligations that are out there. There's an 8-year backlog. So I don't want to spend too much time up here, but personally, I'm going to let Taylor from Precision Mold and Machining step up, because he sponsored, his company sponsored the event, and we'll let him get up and talk. And please, if anything, walk away. We got to talk about aerospace in the state. Keep doing it, and stay networked, and stay together, and spend the time on the follow-up. Thanks.
All right. Let's see. Let's get a little data here. Who is new to AIAM? Show of hands. First time here. All right, that's good. That's what we were trying to bring to the table here, really. And the main focus on this event was to bring the social aspect into it. We really want people to get involved and to meet new people, because I'm sure in the past you've been a part of associations where you all get together, you sit and you watch a presentation, and then you leave, and you don't meet people, and then you're like, all right, that was a waste of money. And that's not what we want to have here. We want to bring value to everybody, and in doing that, we're doing a social event such as this, rather than just getting together and watching a presentation. My idea, I guess, coming here was to bring value to everybody, and I was kind of thinking over the week, how am I going to do that? And my initial thought was, well, let's see. I'll talk to Jeff and see where he's getting a lot of his information, because he knows a lot about the aerospace industry, and I'm kind of new. So we just started about 6 months ago getting into it. And then, so when I asked him, like, hey Jeff, what kind of content are you devouring? Where are you getting your information? And he told me about this book, right? This is written by Kevin Michaels. He's a board member in AIAM, and originally I was going to read this over the weekend and then kind of give a synopsis about what it's about. But Amazon failed me, and they did not deliver the book until Tuesday, and I was not able to read that book in 1.5 days. So that idea is out of the picture here. So really what I want to do is, I'm going to ask all of you to talk to 2 people that you don't know. Just give them your name and just somewhat find out about them. That's going to bring you value, and I hope everybody here will do that, and then leave with a positive view on this association, right? So that's one thing. And even if you feel like you don't bring value to the table in the aerospace industry, that doesn't matter. Come on, I'm giving a presentation.
Pick it up.
I'm not picking it up.
It's a purchase order.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
This
Where
time
was
it's-
I? Where was I?
It's this late, it's a purchase order.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, even if you feel like you don't bring value to the table, that's not true, because it's your different perspective on the whole industry as a whole that's going to bring value to everybody else. So different ideas, different perspectives, that's going to help everybody else out. Oh, what is it?
This is the cards.
Oh, different
give
cards for
away.
everybody. Very
That
cool.
look.
Okay. So,
You gotta pull a card.
oh, I pull a card?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
If you wanna break it, we get a card.
You're gonna, even though
I
Taylor
haven't
doesn't,
read it yet.
Taylor doesn't have his copy. If you haven't put your card in here, please put it in. Taylor doesn't have his
I'll wait.
copy,
You guys
but
put
you're
your
gonna
cards
have
in.
yours.
All right. All right, we got Kevin Aretha.
Yeah.
That's you. This is your book.
So read it and then call Taylor.
Call me so I can borrow it from you so I can read it. But yeah, so definitely meet new people here. This is the first time we're doing this, and obviously it's not going to be the last, because it seems like we had a great turnout, and hopefully everyone's having a great time. And I am done here. If you have more questions, I'm getting into the aerospace industry as far as certifications and whatnot. Our company is involved in machining. We're a high precision machine shop, and we are actually just now getting certified for AS9100D. And today actually was a good win for us, because we had our initial audit, and we should be certified by October. So if you have questions about that, if you're in the machining industry, definitely come to me. Definitely talk to Tony Bernacki. He is the head of AIAM, if you'd like to get involved in the industry, or I'm sorry, in the association. And then also Jeff Simek, he's from RCO Engineering, and he is very insightful on the aerospace industry. So definitely get a chance to talk to him as well. Thank you.
Taylor, can you tell us a little bit about your journey with aerospace? What were some of the things that you did, that successfully brought you down?
Okay. Initially, we started getting into the aerospace industry about 6 months ago, because we were coming from the automotive industry, and things started slowing down a bit. So we definitely need to diversify into a different industry to keep our workflow steady. And we got involved here in AIAM, and over the past 6 months, through networking, we've acquired some new customers, and things have been going pretty smoothly. I mean, just looking at what's happening, I was recently in Germany at a tool and die show for the automotive industry, and the main group of people there were from China. So they have these massive companies with 50,000 employees, where they're just pumping molds out constantly, and that's definitely one of the reasons why things are slowing down here, and that's our main motive to get into a new industry here, really. So we've found that it really isn't scary or as complicated as a lot of people think, and everything's been going great.
Very good.
Any other questions? Nope.
Was the beer good at Diva or no?
The beer?
Yeah, Diva.
Oh,
Diva's a big foundry show, global foundry show.
I didn't have beer there. I actually didn't go there. I was at the DMG Mori Tool and Die Expo, where they're showcasing their mold making machines. So, I mean, it was fun. I climbed a mountain, had beer, met a lot of people. And then, I don't know if anyone has seen my content online, but I'm trying to systematically take over the entire social media space in the aerospace industry. So, so keep an eye out for my content. And definitely, if you're on LinkedIn, we'd like to hear your input on some new ideas that we can offer you to bring you value. And hopefully you guys have a great time, and definitely get a chance to meet me and Jeff and Tony. I'm good.
Hey, I forgot to add one thing. Next week, PwC is releasing a report. Is that right, Tony, next week? Yeah, and it's on the global aerospace manufacturing attractiveness. And of course, USA will be ranked #1. but Michigan's getting a new ranking, and we've consistently been in the top 10 for the last 5 years. Last year we dropped down to number 8. I will tell you we are going to be better than number 8 this year. But since Taylor was talking about social media, stay in tune with the Aerospace Industry Association. They're on LinkedIn, they're on Twitter and Facebook. And so we need help. And again, it's all about branding. So grab hold and share, because I think it's really important for the industry and for us to really celebrate that we have moved up the notch, and there's good reason why. So thank you. Enjoy!